Good Friday, everyone. King 5 meteorologist Adam Claybon here to talk about still the active weather that we have for the rest of today and through the holiday weekend, and not to even speak about what's going to be coming in behind that too, or what possibly might be coming, because we got another cool down coming and looks like some moisture going to be combining with that. Oftentimes when we're talking about that here in the lowlands, we got to talk about some lowland snow. But first, we do want to talk about the rain that is moving through the area right now. So let's go ahead and take a look outside at, yes, some of that rain that is currently falling here in Seattle. You can see the skies. They are cloudy gray, and a lot of this is going to be falling here over the next couple of hours. And by the mid to latter part of the afternoon, expect that to start to taper off to a certain degree. And this is a big change from what we had just yesterday for Thanksgiving. Now, check out what's happening in the mountains. I'm going to show you a couple of different spots. First, Snoqualmie Pass, and you can see for the most part things are looking wet. No huge issues there. Snow levels still coming down, and eventually I think we are going to see more snow popping up there at Snoqualmie Pass than what we're noticing right now. But up at Stevens Pass, we have been noticing more of the snow falling as opposed to the rain because of the higher elevation there. So snow levels around 4,500 to 4,000 feet. Those drop down to around 3,000 feet as we go later into the night and keep dropping as we head into the weekend. And that will be a big story for our next system that comes in later tomorrow evening and for the rest of the weekend, which will produce more of a messy drive across some of the passes here as we head on into that time. Shoreline, you can see clouds, our sky are looking very cloudy, and skies are looking very cloudy, and we're also dealing with some of those clouds out at SeaTac Airport. Not too busy as of right now. Looks like things are looking to be a-okay. So your forecast here for the rest of today: rain showers around next few hours, then that really starts to taper off to maybe a very small chance of showers heading into the evening, and then tonight most of that actually not only just getting on out of here, we could even see a few breaks in the clouds and another cold overnight ahead as overnight lows drop down into the 30s. Apple Cup, the Cougs, the Huskies, going to be across eastern Washington, and anything that does fall over there going to be in the form of snow. So expect some of that, especially by the end of the game. Just a few snow flurries. Not a huge event, it looks like, during the game. We might see more snow to come after the game is over throughout the overnight hours of Saturday and heading on into Sunday over into those parts. But it's going to be over in this way that we are going to be having to keep an eye out for some really messy travel. Now, a winter storm watch has already been issued because of that system coming through later tomorrow, starting up at 10 on Saturday night, and then that will last until 10 a.m. heading into Monday morning. So we got some time with this. It's going to be a longer time frame with this watch. Snow levels above 1,500 feet will be creating between about 10 to maybe 20 inches of snow up and down the Cascades, not only just for the western slopes, but it looks like the eastern slopes as well. Going to be getting in a little more on that action. So let's talk about drive times and when they might be the best and when they could be actually not really beneficial for you to go across the mountains. Today, at any point during the daytime hours, I think you're going to be fine, especially across Snoqualmie Pass. No huge issues there. And then tomorrow, before the system really arrives, best time will be throughout the morning into the middle part of the afternoon. No big issues there either, as most of the moisture won't quite be here yet, even though things will begin to cool down. Tomorrow night, though, heading on into early Sunday, that's when we expect the majority of the snow to fall across the mountains there. So if you are heading back maybe from Pullman after that Apple Cup game, maybe later on into the day Sunday, heading into Sunday night, if you can wait that long, will be a better opportunity for you to try to get back here to western Washington as opposed to trying to get out there early into the morning. Now, looking at the snow levels, those will continue to drop. You can see they go down from 4,500 feet today down to 1,500 feet on Sunday. And then look at next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I told you the colder air, it is coming, and that's going to drop snow levels below 1,000 feet, around 500 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We probably will just be at sea level by the time we head on to next Thursday as that colder air really begins to settle on in. So look at the highs. We go from more of the mid to upper 40s next couple of days down to the low 40s on Monday, upper 30s on Tuesday, system on Wednesday heading to Thursday. That's going to be a key time frame to keep an eye on for. That will be really the main one that we really focus on with when and how much, if we do see any accumulating snowfall with that in the lowlands. First, though, to our system tonight and heading into the day tomorrow, we see that start to move on out of here. We get into tomorrow afternoon. tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Seeing some cloudy skies developing. Showers, probably the better chances north of Everett into the daytime hours tomorrow, and maybe a few of them around and south of Tacoma. In between there, more rain shadowing effects, so not going to see a whole lot of rain with this system as opposed to what we're noticing with this system today. That starts to head on through. You can see up across the mountains, though, we are starting to see that snow really flare up, and that's going to be the period as we head into that 10 p.m. hour and beyond that we have some of the heaviest snow fall throughout that time. By the time we head into early Sunday morning, most of the widespread snow is out of here, but then we're going to have convergence zones, and you can see those two streaks of white showing up there around Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass. That's where we could see a lot more of that snow come down, especially heavily at times where we have some of those bands set up. Now that will continue on into Sunday afternoon. Again, not the best time if you're trying to travel across the passes to want to travel at that point. But then into Sunday evening, heading into Sunday night, and then early into Monday morning, things really do start to quiet on down when it comes to that. Now, future rainfall showing another 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. So once again, not a huge rain producer with this system that's coming through heading into the day tomorrow for the lowlands, but we are expecting to see more of that snow start to flare up. Now this is through today, heading into this evening, about 2 to 4 inches across the passes with this very weak system and the warmer system that we have moving on by. Then we go into tomorrow morning. Again, not much snow falling throughout the overnight. But then as we go on into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and into Sunday morning, this is 6 o'clock Sunday morning, you can see how those totals really start to balloon, getting up closer to 2 feet. Mount Baker around 1 inch or 1.5 feet around Stevens Pass, and then continuing to pile up there at Snoqualmie Pass as well. And this is just the beginning of the event. We'll expect that winter storm watch will remain in effect until early morning hours of Monday. For today, we'll see highs in the mid to upper 40s, 46 in Port Townsend, mid 40s around Arlington. Rain, yeah, still going to be an issue. Most of the rain farther north going to be really tapering off here soon. Farther south, we'll probably see these showers last into the evening hours, mid to upper 40s down across parts of South Sound, seeing highs in the mid to lower 40s down this way for Puyallup in Olympia and in Yelm, Eatonville up to 46 degrees. And then your forecast tonight, it's cooling down, but a lot of the moisture going to be gone at this point. So a lot of those 30s not going to come along with any moisture that could be in play. 47 on Saturday. The system starts to head on through here, heading on into Sunday. So more showers and sun breaks on Sunday. Monday is when we have a very weak system move on through, and that's when we're going to keep a few more of those showers around. Now, with some of the colder air already in place, don't be surprised if you see a snowflake or two, or possibly that heading into Tuesday as well. But the main time that we're going to keep an eye out for any sort of large system to come through with maybe some possibly widespread snow will be later on into Wednesday evening and into the earlier part of Thursday. But you can see that high on Thursday drops all the way down into the mid to lower 30s. So it's going to be a really cold air mass that comes in, and definitely going to be more the focal point as we head on into later next weekend too. And we'll start to set up more of a pattern that we're going to keep things pretty chilly and fairly wet too as we head on into that time. So a lot of things and details to get through. Thankfully, at least for the lowlands, it looks like the rest of your holiday weekend not going to be impacted when it comes to any sort of wintry weather. But if you do have to travel across the passes, make sure to keep an eye on some of those pass conditions with some of the wintry weather that we're expecting, especially later tomorrow night and into Sunday. Well, everyone, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. You ate well. You had a lot of time to spend with family and friends, and that you guys enjoyed each other's company. We're going to have more updates as we go throughout the next few days on the systems that will be moving on through, so make sure to keep it here online, on social media, and also make sure to check us out on air too, King and Kong, as we go on into the night. Take care.